It's the last day of school, can you believe it? As classes wind down, it's time to start thinking about summer plans. Jessie Fleming is the children's librarian at the Lebanon Public Library. She stops by episode 121 of the Lebanon podcast to share some of the great things taking place at the library this summer, starting with the Kenworthy Summer Reading Kickoff on June 5th. Get all the details right here.
Welcome to the Lebanon podcast, highlighting all the great things happening in Lebanon, Indiana. Have an idea for an episode? Send an email to lebanon@lebanon.in.gov.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of the Lebanon podcast. Man, we are getting so excited for summer, and I'm guessing if you have kiddos, they are excited to be done with school and kick off their summer as well. And we have a great opportunity for your kiddos to do just that. We're getting ready to have the Summer Reading Kickoff taking place on June 5th from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. It's the Kenworthy Summer Reading Kickoff. Joining us, children's librarian from the Lebanon Public Library, Jessie Fleming. Jessie, thanks for being here on the podcast.
I'm excited to be here and talk all about our summer plans.
Even more excited than the summer? No, not as excited to be on the podcast as the summer kickoff. You are stoked for that.
I really am. I've been planning it for so long now, for months, and I'm ready for it. It's gonna be amazing.
And this is gonna be the if you remember last year, everybody, it was so much fun having the dunk tank and all those different activities. It seems like you guys have turned it up a notch in 2023, looking at all the great things that from the magic show to the superhero meet and greet, the petting zoo, I mean, all these things. What goes into planning something like this to get kids excited about summer reading?
Well, it starts with a theme, and our theme this year is All Together Now, which I saw that and I ran with it because to me that means like community and teamwork and just coming together. And so it was a really great opportunity to reach out to a bunch of wonderful community helpers and community organizations around Lebanon and Boone County and to have them participate in this. So you're going to see a lot of them at our kickoff party. They're all going to have their own space and they can tell you about the great things that they do in our community. I'm very excited to have them all there.
That was kind of my next question. And looking at the flyer, Mark Lehman's going to be there, and everyone knows who he is and the great magic expositions he puts out there, and just the different entities that are coming together to help make this a success. This was a pretty easy sell.
Yeah. Oh, everybody jumped on board to volunteer to be part of this. It's been great. We've got, I'm just going to throw a bunch of organizations at you because they all have said yes. We've got Heart of Lebanon. We've got WIC. We've got Boone County Solid Waste Management. We've got the Shalom House. We've got the Humane Society of Boone County. We have Chicken Nugget and Gang, which is another animal rescue. We've got Habitat for Humanity, Community Foundation, Boys and Girls Club, all of these wonderful organizations around town that are going to come and help out.
It's all for not only a great cause, but it's pretty inexpensive to take advantage of all these things too, correct?
It is absolutely free. So we encourage everybody to come out and take advantage of all of the free stuff. Not only are we going to have carnival prizes for our games that the kids can take home for free, but Paradise Shaved Ice is one of our food vendors that we're partnering with, and they are going to give all of the children a free shaved ice. Like you mentioned before, free magic show, free superhero meet and greet. So everything is absolutely no cost to you.
I mean, the overall reasoning for this is just to get kids excited about getting into reading in general and summer reading as well. How did you see that work last year? Was it a success? Obviously, if you're going to ramp it up, it was pretty successful last year.
Yes, it was a huge success. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know we had more people sign up for summer reading last year than we ever have in the past. We are switching up our system a little bit this year. We used to only keep track of how many books kids read, but now you can still keep track of that, or you can keep track by the minutes your kid reads. So let's say they're reading a little bit longer books, some chapter books, dipping their toes into that kind of water, then they can keep track of how many minutes they read in a day, which really opens it up and gives them more options to keep track of all of the fun books that they've been exploring.
I'm guessing that would dangle a little carrot too, maybe offer an incentive to, hey, we can set that timer and we can bank that time in a book.
Exactly, yeah. And there's prizes for meeting your reading goals during the summer. Not only do you get a free weekly prize just for coming in, you also get a free book for just signing up. You get entered into a raffle ticket for fun prizes for the amount of books that you read or the amount of minutes that you read. So we are definitely encouraging kids to keep their books open during the summertime.
Everybody, we're talking with Jessie Fleming. She's a children's librarian at the Lebanon Public Library, getting ready for the Kenworthy Summer Reading Kickoff, June 5th, 1 to 4, right near the library, right on Washington Street there and kind of over in your parking lot. Similar fashion as years past?
Yep. We are going to close the street in front of the library so that we have enough room to spread out with all of our fun activities that we're offering. So there'll be stuff to do outside and inside, or just inside, weather permitting. Either which way, we're doing it.
And how have you seen the library? It's obviously one of our large selling points here in Lebanon. Great courthouse, and boom, the library is right there as well. You still see the library being as prominent as it was? We're talking about the digital age, and kids are in their phones, or they're on a tablet of some kind, or there are a lot of distractions, a lot of other things that are fighting for their attention. Do you guys still see pretty solid crowds at the Lebanon Public Library?
Joe, we have been insanely busy. So busy, we are actually adding on more time slots for our story times during the summer, since that's mostly our most popular program. We've been getting huge crowds in there, and just to space it out a little bit, we're adding on some extra time slots so that the bubbles that we bring out at the end don't become a toddler mosh pit. We need to spread that out. It's been insane. But yeah, our numbers have been through the roof lately. It's been marvelous to see. I love seeing all the kiddos come in and how excited they get about the new games that we're offering or the different books that they see on our shelves. We have a new Wonder Book collection that's been very popular lately, which kind of marries reading with the electronic aspect, because it reads to your kids and prompts them like when to turn the pages. We've got that in picture books and chapter books, and those have been very popular lately.
Yeah, Kiddo Mosh Pit would be a great fantasy football name. Just saying, it'd be kind of fun. Those names would just jump out.
I'll have to tell my husband that.
Is it mainly locals that you guys are seeing coming into the library, or is it a pretty good mixture? Or are people perhaps coming into town just to take in the library and other things that Lebanon has to offer?
We have people coming from all over. We get a lot of library hoppers, so we can see library cards from all over the surrounding counties, and they'll come up to us and they'll tell us, like, your library is our favorite, which is what we love to hear. It's because of our awesome toy area.
And the people and all the great things. I mean, yeah. Other things that are going on at the library, obviously with the summer reading kickoff, you want to maybe get some regulars in there, but get some newbies as well, and really get kids hooked. Other things that are taking place during the summer that kids that maybe are coming to the kickoff or may miss it could be looking forward to.
Yes, we have multiple programs each week. So we've got our fan favorites like Baby and Me and our story times, but we also are having bigger shows like Freddy the Fossil Dino Show is coming.
Now, what's that all about?
So just imagine giant dinosaur puppets. And it's wonderful. The kids love it. I love it. It's great. Bubble Wonders is coming, which is a huge bubble show. And I don't know if you've ever seen children around bubbles, but like I said,
it's like a kiddo mosh pit. Toddler mosh pit. Yeah.
It is insane. So we're very excited for that. We're going to have a stuffed animal sleepover, which is a fan favorite for a lot of our patrons. I have one little girl that asks me about it every single time she comes in. And so I'm finally happy that I can say, yes, we're going to have it this summer. We're going to make fairy gardens. We have a different theme each week. So we have a Love the Earth week. We've got Boone County Solid Waste Management coming in to do a program with us for that. So that's a great partnership. We've got a sports week and so many others that I can't think of right now.
And I'm guessing that the reasoning behind that, and you can please help me out and correct me, but is it to have kids look at the library as more than just a place with books where you sit over in a corner and read by yourself? It's something that's interactive, and there are so many, however kids learn or their enjoyments, being able to have those met?
Yes. We offer so many amazing things for our community, more than just books. We also offer computers. If you don't have internet access at home, you need to come and you print something like an important legal document. We have that for you. We have a place for you to come and be with your kids. If, let's say, the weather isn't great outside and you need a place to get them to get their wiggles out, bring them to our children's department. We love to see them play and have fun. We offer the Heritage Department if you're interested in the history of our county, and Eric Spall is in charge of that, and he knows his stuff. If you ever need history knowledge, you go to Eric Spall.
My goodness, yeah, he's been on the pod before, and he is a fount of information about all things Boone County. Tremendous resource. And how do you feel about being a celebrity? I know along with you and Miss Tammy, Miss Jessie is a rock star. I mean, you talked about the number of kids that come in from different areas in Boone County and elsewhere. How does it feel to be kind of one of those people that kids seek out, look to, and they know who you are?
It makes me feel really great. I can't drop my son off at preschool without 20 kids seeing me in the hallway and being like, "Hi, Miss Jessie, I saw you at the library." And it melts my heart. Yeah, I love it so much. I've got my 5-year-old repping for me, so he goes to school, and on our way out, if I'm picking him up to take him to the library, he'll be like, "I'm going to the library. You have to go too. I'll meet you there." And sometimes they do show up, so they have an impromptu play date at the library.
So he's like your agent.
He is my agent. Okay. I call him my assistant librarian, and he has taken that to heart. So he'll come with me to work, and he'll pick up the toys.
Be careful; he may go after 10% and what part of the fees and
his allowance right now is only 50 cents a week. Okay. So if he asks for a raise, we'll talk about it.
In trouble. And how the excitement level and how good that makes you feel to be able to be recognized in those things, just kind of being able to see a lot of those faces and seeing what getting involved in like a reading kickoff will do for them, and knowing what jumping into a book and enjoying reading, how that could help those little kiddos that your son is talking to, and getting to the library, what that could mean for them later on in life to get hooked by books and getting in and finding that great literature and being able to just love it.
Yeah, it definitely opens up their imagination, and I love to see it flow. It is so great. There's really nothing more that I love at my job than having a little kid come up to me and tell me about their favorite book that they just read. It really shows that not only did they read it and love it, but it's like a part of them now. It's part of their heart. It's part of their mind. They're going to take it with them all the way until they're adults. I mean, I know that I'm still reading books to my kids now that I loved when I was their age. So that's what I love to see, knowing like this is going to be that book that you read to your family later on down the line. And it's going to stick with you. It's going to stick with you forever. And I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, and you're kind of thinking about later on in life, maybe that sparking the love of reading and what that could mean for school and for life and all those things. Yeah.
And I know it's definitely hard during the summer months to not, you've just got out of school. You don't really want to focus on another book. And that's why I think it's so great to go to the library, because you can pick out any book you want. You're not being forced to read a certain book. You're not being forced to read a certain type of book. If you like graphic novels and you don't really get to read those a lot during the year, come to the library. Take all of our graphic novels and read them all summer long. It's going to be great. It's going to keep your mind exercising and working hard, and it's going to be in an enjoyable way. And if you don't like to read a physical book, that's fine. I mentioned those Wonder Books before. That book will read to you. If you do better listening to a book on your phone, we've got the Libby app you can download. You can read an ebook on your phone, or you can listen to an e-audiobook on your phone. We don't care what you read as long as you are reading.
And everybody, we're kicking off the summer reading experience, the Kenworthy Summer Reading Kickoff, coming up on June 5th from 1 to 4, right by the library. We're talking with Miss Jessie Fleming. She is the children's librarian at the Lebanon Public Library. Anything on this list that you are especially looking forward to? I'm reading down the list: magic show, superhero meet and greet, petting zoo, food, obviously, inflatables, touch a truck, airbrush tattoos, carnival games. I mean, all those things. What else do people need to know as we wrap things up here?
I think that the touch a truck is going to be huge because children love to see all those community helper vehicles out and about. So we're going to have a police car. We're going to have an ambulance. I've reached out to the Army National Guard, and they're going to provide at least one vehicle, maybe a couple. I'm hoping to have a fire truck there. So I think the kids are going to have a really good time interacting with those vehicles and the people who drove those vehicles there, and asking all of their and big important question to these community helpers that, you know, they always see around our community but might not be able to talk to them all the time. So I think that'll be big for the kids. I'm also excited to meet superheroes because, you know, they're super. They're super.
Yeah, and they're heroes to a lot of people. I mean,
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Jessie, if people want to stay in the know when it comes to the library, Facebook is still the best way, or
yes.
Online? What's the best?
The Lebanon Public Library does have a Facebook page. We recommend that you follow it for all of our flyers that go out with all of our different programs and our new releases. And then our website also has all of that fun information. It's leblib.org, leblib.org.
Fantastic. Jessie, thanks for being here on the podcast. Let you get back and get ready for the kids and all the excitement that they bring.
Well, thank you for having me on your show.
Everybody, thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. More episodes are coming your way soon. Take care.